Welcome to day 7 of our New Year's resolutions top tips that will allow you to change your body composition without even going to the gym. Think sleep is not important for your fitness? Think again. Poor sleep wrecks your metabolism and will hold you back from making progress. In this video I want to explain how sleep impacts fat loss, muscle recovery and those hormones that make you hungry. And I want to share top tips that will help you improve your sleep for better results. A meta-analysis in obesity reviews in 2012 found that individuals who slept fewer than 6 hours per night were 55% more likely to become obese compared with those who slept 7 to 9 hours consistently. They also found that poor sleep affected hunger hormones like leptin and ghrelin, leading to an increase in calorie intake. So just to summarise, sleeping between 7 to 9 hours for most people enhances recovery, regulates your hunger, gives you more energy, improves your overall health and well-being, and also improves your metabolic health. There are many ways to see if you are actually sleeping correctly. One of the things I like to do is I wear my fitness tracker. I wear it to sleep and I look at that and see what my quality of sleep is like through there. I also like to gauge it how I feel when I wake up. Quite often if I oversleep, I feel worse than when I undersleep. Now everyone's different and it does take a little bit of accountability and self-analysis from yourself to really look at how do I feel? Am I waking up before my alarm? Am I going to bed early enough? How is the quality of my sleep? Now if the quality of sleep or your energy or how you feel throughout the day is not great, you really want to be trying to improve that. How do you improve that? First of all, I will explain a positive sleep schedule. Say for example, you have work every day and you have to be up for a certain time. If you go to sleep at a set time most nights, and you wake up without your alarm in the morning, having had 7 to 9 hours sleep, of quality sleep, your sleep is about as good as you're probably going to get. That being said, there is things that can still improve the quality of sleep. However, if you are already at that level, your sleep should be pretty good. Now let's compare that to somebody who goes to sleep when they feel like it, when Netflix stops or whatever movie, or when they leave the pub, or when the kids go to bed. And every morning they snooze their alarm 2 or 3 times. They need their alarm to get up every day, and they get up, they feel tired, they don't want to get out of bed, they have not started the day great at all. That person, although might have had quite a good quality sleep, it is clearly not long enough for them, and obviously the time they get up in the morning, if they have a job, probably can't change too much. One of the only things they can do is go to bed earlier. Now without looking at devices, apps or anything like that, easy way to do that, go to bed 15 minutes earlier. If you wake up before your alarm and you're having a quality sleep and you feel great, you're probably okay. If that's still not working, you 15 minutes earlier again, and just keep adjusting this. A lot of these things that we're going to show you and explain with health and fitness does take a little bit of self-awareness, a little bit of self-analysis, a little bit of critiquing your behaviours and stepping back and thinking, how do I feel? And then it just takes minor adjustments. So these minor adjustments, keep adjusting it until you have mastered your sleep pattern. Then on top of that, you do also want to have quality sleep. So maybe you have slept 7 to 9 hours every night and you still feel terrible. There is other things you can look at to improve your quality of sleep. So the comfort of your bed, the type of sheets you use, making sure the room is cool enough, or making sure it's warm enough. If you stay in a room that is freezing, it might not be great either. You want to make sure you're going to bed properly hydrated. If you do wake up and you're needing the toilet, make sure that you just go to the toilet and come back to sleep. That might sound very obvious to some, but there's many people who lie in bed for hours, can't sleep properly because they don't want to get out of their warm bed to go to the toilet. If you do get up, have a little drink of water, keep yourself hydrated. Don't go to bed hungry. If you're going to bed hungry and you've maxed out your calories, you maybe need to look at different ways, maybe eating more fibre, eating more healthy fats, more protein. So when you go to bed, you're full. Now these are all things for when you're actually sleeping. Quite often though, we do find that if you turn your lights off an hour before bed, reading before bed helps, making sure your lights aren't too bright before bed, making sure you're not using your phone right up until you go to sleep. Some people do need some background noise, so they put on some white noise, or some people, like myself, I was used to working offshore all the time where you always had fans and things running. The first night or two when I come home, although it didn't affect me sleeping, it was strange sometimes sleeping in somewhere that was so quiet. The other thing as well is your energy balance. If you're not active at all and you're going to bed, it's quite hard to get a good sleep many times. You also want to be at that stage where you lie down and you go straight to sleep. So you want to be reducing stress in your life, worrying about things. If you're worrying about things, if you're stressed out all the time, there are things that make a big difference. This isn't about managing your stress, but you want to be going to bed with a clear mind. You also don't want to be worrying about priorities, worrying about managing your time effectively. All these different things that people worry about. You've also got the sphere of control as well. If it's out with your sphere of control and you can do nothing about it, you just need to forget about it for the time being, go to sleep. Also, if you have pets and things like that, it's obviously good to ensure your pets have been trained in a way that they don't disrupt your sleep. Also, if you have things like outside lights that come on and wake you up, try switch them off if they're not required. There is other things like before, my light used to come on all the time. It was a security light, so I just put a snib inside the door and locked the door. What I done, rather than the light having to come on all the time to warn people away, I put a lock inside the gate so nobody could come in anyway. A little bit off subject, but these are things that do affect people's sleep. And if, for example, you live in a busy city and you have to cover your window open, you might want to look at other options to keep the room cool. There is a lot of devices out there that keep the room cool. Another thing as well, if you're waking up with a dry throat all the time, there's maybe dusty air conditioning going on. Try and sleep without the air conditioning if possible. Open a window if you can. And sometimes there's just not enough humidity, enough moisture in the air. I believe that it should be about 40%. It's horrible sleeping in a dry atmosphere. I have in the past got a humidifier and sat beside my bed, and the sleep quality difference was unbelievable. There are things like snoring and various other things that can really affect your sleep. You can get an app that will sit and listen to you if you're unsure if you snore or not. I've been told I snored sometimes when I lie on my back because of my weight. Personally, I've never heard it, so I don't believe them. But I did record it one night, and there's little bits in little short periods through the night where you did snore when you got stuck on your back. And I did notice them nights it did affect my sleep sometimes, so the quality wasn't so great. There's other things like you can sleep with earplugs in. There's so many of these things that you can implement, but for me, as a rule of thumb, you go to your bed, try and get a quality sleep, hydrated, you've burned enough calories throughout the day so you're tired, and you wake up before your alarm. It can't be that simple. If there are many things that are affecting your sleep and you're really struggling, it is something that we do specialise in. You wouldn't believe how many clients I've had when I first sign up, they tell me, I have mental health problems, I can't sleep at night, I can't do this, can't do that. 4 weeks later, 6 weeks later, I'll often say to them, what happened to your sleep issues? What happened to your mental health issues? And they're gone. Because they were just a feeling, they were able to do something about them. A structured routine, healthier behaviours, healthier attitude towards things, healthier habits, and before you know it, all these things are gone. People say, oh no, that's me now. As soon as I lie down, I'm sleeping and I wake up before my alarm and I feel great. These things can be fixed for anyone. I hope that was helpful. This is the last day of our top tips for New Year's resolutions. I really do hope you have a successful 2025. And just remember, just because it's January and everyone has New Year's resolutions, you don't need to be a sheep. If you're not ready to make changes yet, and even implementing these simple steps I've shown you over the last 7 days seems like a lot, maybe just take one of them. You can write these down, go back to my videos later and watch them, and spread them out the whole year, maybe doing one a month. If you're not ready to make changes, you don't need to do it in January. You can do this anytime. As we looked at before, people fail with their New Year's resolutions. One of the biggest factors was because it was January, they rushed into it and they weren't ready. They fail and give up again till next year. So, all the best for 2025. If you have enjoyed this video, there's many more on my channel. I would recommend, if this is the first of the 7 mini-series you have seen, there is 6 days before this, I would catch up on them, because every one of them can give you game-changing results that you will see almost immediate results from. Check them out. If you want us to implement any of this stuff for you, click the link below, schedule a call. If you're not ready for full coaching yet, sign up to our newsletter. You will get top tips straight to your inbox. Simple, actionable steps that will improve your life. Thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this mini-series, and good luck with your goals.